What up? What up? What up? We back. I'm about to say, waiting on my brother Fight from Battle Boy Media, but here you go. Hold on. What's peace? What's going on? We back. We here. I wasn't able to jump on the live earlier with Battle Boy and Cross, but I did I listened to most of it. I was driving and I was listening to it in the car before I lost my signal.
Yeah.
The sticks. But you had said something that made me think, and I wanted to come back on here. You have made mention of Mama Love always being at work and watching Mama Love struggle and all that. And it made me think to myself, like right now, because I'm always at work. I commute, I'm always at work, but financially, I feel like most of us who came out of the hood are financially in a better place than our parents were at our age, but yet we still struggling. Like I can give my kids way more than my parents could have given me when I was their age, but I feel like I'm still struggling. So it made me what is success? What does success mean to you? What does it mean back then to you? And what does it mean to you now?
And well, definitely coming from, where I grew up at, like success to me back then, it really didn't equate to nothing, being that I was so immature in the mind. But back then success meant to me, I guess just being able to go buy whatever it is that I wanted to buy at any given moment. Like I felt successful being able to do that, and being able to do for my moms. And it's crazy being that she never accepted none of my money. And I used, in my young mind, I used to be looking like we need to
what is you doing?
Yeah, like I would leave the money, like come back in the crib and it's still there, and it's like, all right, she's not with it. All right, whatever the case may be, man. But ultimately, like that was the reason. But besides that, my mind couldn't stretch past the materialistic thing as far as like success. You dig what I'm saying? Now that I'm older, success and especially going through what it is that I've been through, just being able to, keep my health up to par and thanking God that I'm actually here right now and, being present, for my wife, for my son. That's success within itself. And I don't even give myself grace for that or whatever the case may be. What I like, the finer things in life, like I was able to get before, whatever, of course, but at what cost? I'm not willing to risk my freedom and, do another decade plus, behind the wall. So it's like, maturity, man, maturity, and just knowing better. For me and most of the brothers that I know, success is almost like beauty is in the eye of the beholder, bro.
Absolutely. I'm glad you said that, because that was my whole idea. Is like success is relative. Like it depends on who you are,
Yeah,
and where you are in that life. And Cross, I hope maybe he could jump in. He had said something in the chat earlier when we was talking, but hold on, I don't want to misquote him. Hold on, I'm gonna read it.
nah, it's valid, right?
Serious. He said, if you don't define what success looks like for you, society will happily define it for you, and you might not be a version. And that's serious, because like you was talking about the final thing. We talked about that in one of the other joints when the time we was on about the range and all that. I still want the range. I don't need the range though. I could go out and get the range right now and make it hard on myself to make payments and all that. But I don't need the range to feel successful. I feel like when I was a kid, that was I had to have that to be successful. I had to have the chain. I had to have the car. I had to have that.
The starter pack.
Yeah. I feel like I'm extremely successful for a number of reasons. First and foremost, that we made it from where we was at
No
to
doubt.
to be here for our families, to
No
have
doubt.
children, and to be that makes me successful. And I'm just, even on the face value of materialistic things,
Yeah.
again, I'm successful because I feel like financially, we in a better place than maybe our parents was at our ages. And but I don't need those things. I don't need, but like I said, I'm still struggling, which is crazy to be successful and struggling at the same time.
So when you say that right there, right? When you say struggling, what do you feel are your struggles, or what do you feel like you're struggling with?
I feel like when I say I'm still struggling, I'm talking about, again, materialistic financial wise, because I feel like although I am successful and I genuinely believe that I'm successful, I want more.
No
I
doubt.
want more for my family. I want more for myself. I want more for my brothers. I want more. So it's always a struggle to achieve that next level of success.
Yeah.
It's levels to it. I want to be able to, to do things better, to do things bigger.
No
Not
doubt.
necessarily better, but I want more. And it's a crazy place to be in because I know I'm successful. I look at my past, I look at where we came from, what
No
we've
doubt.
been through before prison, during prison, when we first came home, and I know this. You can't tell me that we not. Can't nobody tell me we not successful.
No doubt.
I don't give a hell what your definition is.
No doubt.
I talked to my man last night. He getting ready to come home. He did 25 and a half. He be home in April. And he was saying, and he's one that's so crazy. He's one of them dudes we talked about when we was live before.
Yeah.
He off, he went home, he came back with a fresh quarter.
Wow.
And he did the 25 and a half.
Wow.
And he was talking about, he was on the phone. I asked him about somebody if he heard from another dude that we know. He was like, yeah, but this nigga was talking about some shit from 25 years ago. He's like, I'm not coming home to address nothing that happened 25 years ago. Like, I did that already. I came back. Like, I'm not doing that. He was like, I'm trying to be successful. And that first level, I don't even know if he's conscious of it, but the first level, he's going to achieve that first level of success the minute he walks out the door. Just
and maybe he probably don't even view that as success.
Just
and that's the crazy
part. Just sanity and breathing. That's a success story.
That's a fact.
And people don't recognize it for what it is. People, I remember when I was up north, I used to be running them little classes and all that. And dudes, I remember dudes would tell me all the time, "Oh, they gotta let me go one day." Who the fuck they don't? Who told you? Who told you that? They do not have to let you go one day. You could die in here from old age, or somebody can take your life.
For real, man. Very true. Very true.
Dude, I feel like we don't the way we come up, we not taught to recognize success for what it is. We're not taught to identify success properly. The things that we do as successful as young men, is not necessarily what success means, man. Success can mean a lot of things to a lot of people, man. So I mean, it just was when I heard you say that, I was like, and I gotta go back and watch the whole video because I heard you say something else about Cross had you feeling vulnerable. I don't know what happened. I gotta see that. I said, I gotta watch this. I gotta see what he's talking about.
You wanna know why? Because I don't plan to come up here and necessarily like share those things or share certain things about myself, but I guess it's just, it just happened like in a moment, and it's like, you know what, like, why not? And it'll almost be hypocritical of me as well too if I'm up here speaking about, the 7 ills that attacks disenfranchised communities or whatever the case may be, and I'm not able to do that self-work myself or along with the viewers that's actually tapping in with us. So yeah, it could be a little bit uncomfortable, but at the same time, like, you know, it's peeling the layers that, you know, we constantly speak about, as far as like, you know, bringing a greater self out of ourselves. You know what I'm saying? With us actually doing the work. You know, a lot of times we would just leave it and just bury ourselves with the debris, with everything that comes with it. And before you know it, like it definitely takes a toll internally first before it starts to show physically. You know, and this is why, you know, we end up seeing guys that we may have grew up with, or we did a bit where we end up seeing them later, whatever, and we look at them and like what's going on, bro? Like, but you just never know what an individual is going through in their mind or whatever. Some of us don't want to do the self work. Dig what I'm saying? So, you know, sometimes, man, like again, sometimes I feel, not even sometimes, I feel like it's necessary for us to do the self work, as opposed to putting it in the hands of a therapist or a psychologist. And there's nothing wrong with them or whatever the case may be. But again, whatever it is that they practice with a client, none of that, I feel none of it would be effective unless that client is willing to get to that point and accept a certain amount of accountability in order to let all of those sessions
absolutely. Now, you know, I'm a social worker, for those of y'all who don't know. So
my God.
But it's a partnership. You work together with the clients, and as a social worker, as a therapist, we are not giving instructions. We are, you know, working with a person to assist them in discovering these things on their own, and discovering, you know, what it is they need to do, and what it is they need to work on, whatever. And it's just guidance. It's just guidance. It's help, and everybody can use that. And you don't necessarily have to get that from a professional. Some people just have people in their lives that they can get that. It's good to have people in your life that you can talk to, and that will, you know, sometimes not even all the time give you a feedback. Just listen sometimes.
Yeah,
it's help keep you on the right path, man. Because like I said, man, it's success. It's so crazy. A dude, I seen something. I'm gonna give an example of a brother a lot of people might know.
Yeah.
I seen somebody say something about the homie Black O'Macko. May he rest in peace. The other day,
rest in peace to the bro.
I guess it was the anniversary of his death, or what have you. I met Black on Upstate Box, and I use the term met loosely because we never seen each other face to face.
Yeah.
We in the cages talking on the gate. He's sending me shit. I'm sending him shit. Whatever. So then, a couple of years later, several years later, he came to Nap, and I went back to Nap. And I remember I'm in late night. He's sitting down next to me. I don't know who he is. And he starts talking, and I recognize the
voice.
You know
that voice.
And I said, oh, shit. I was like, Blacko? So he looked at me, and he recognized my voice. He was like, yeah. I was like, yo, that's crazy. But he was in the box like 10 joints or more. Even though he came home, and you know, I don't know the story, the details of the story, but I understand he fell victim to, you know, addiction and things of that nature, which ended up resulting in his death. Him getting out of the box and getting out of the penitentiary is a level of success, man.
No doubt.
And people have to recognize when they accomplish these levels of success and take a moment to, you know, congratulate yourself for it. And I think it will help in life in general if you recognize that you are making these steps. Everything, it seems like things is going wrong, but you are achieving things. You have accomplished certain levels of success. Whether everybody around you recognizes it as such, that's their business. Everybody, like you said, in the eye of the beholder.
You know what's so crazy? Like, for the time that I've been home, it's hard to actually recognize those things within self, especially coming home. It doesn't even necessarily have to be a lengthy bid, right? Because, and I'm using myself as an example because of the time that I did, but me coming back into society, bro, like trying to adapt and get the training wheels of life going and just grasping certain things, and you start getting emotion, but in the mind, like you're not even looking at it like you're getting emotion, but to the people around you, like they see it and they see you and they're watching. And it's like in your mind is like, man, I'm just trying to get my life back together. Like I'm trying to pick up the pieces that I left shattered and trying to like really figure this thing out. But you have a good GPS, a good sense of direction of where it is that you're going. And I say that because of the time that I actually got, certified as a trainer or whatever, and I'm doing what it is that I'm doing. Like you just finished saying, like you're good financially, but you still find a struggle. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I felt happy that I achieved it, but it was like I didn't even give myself no type of grace
Yeah,
as to because I wanted
we
more.
never
Like,
do that. We don't give ourselves the credit. We don't give ourselves the moment to even enjoy and acknowledge the accomplishment. We like, all right, I got that. I got to get the next thing now.
Facts.
And that, I believe that plays a part in holding us back a little bit. Man.
Definitely, I agree.
Because ain't nobody on the out. If we can't even acknowledge our own selves and our own accomplishments, how we expect people on the outside to do it?
That's very true. That's true. And even with that, on the flip side, let's say individuals that didn't go through, the incarceration phase or whatever the case may be, those individuals, from what it looks like, being that everybody always saying nowadays, like, yo, get to the bag, get the bag, like, as if that can, I mean, it could make you feel better, but what if all of that go away? Like, are you going to go crazy? Are you going to lose your mind? You dig what I'm saying? So you got individuals that I feel that measure success to another person's success.
Mm-hmm.
They compare themselves to a Tyler Perry, a Jay-Z, or
this right here is the problem. This Instagram and all y'all looking at these, y'all looking at the highlights of people's lives and comparing your life to that, and that ain't it, man.
Yeah,
that
definitely.
Ain't it.
Yeah, I agree.
And like I said, there are people I've met, dudes that I didn't really know that was from the hood, maybe younger than me, that viewed me as successful when I was in the street.
Yeah,
and I'm looking at them like, what are you talking about? Dude? But to them, the shit that I was doing was they wanted to do that. So in their eyes, I was successful. And I'm like, yo, you are bugging. That was not success.
Yeah, you're right.
Everybody, when you start comparing it to other people, and it's people like that I mean, I take responsibility for, like my homie Woody in Jamaica. I hope you watching. When I first ran into him in the cat, and he ain't got, Woody, y'all don't know, he don't got no legs. Both his legs was cut off when he was an infant. He grew up on. You wouldn't know from seeing him. He's nice. He played ball and all that.
Oh wow!
So, when I first ran into him in the cat, and I didn't know who he was, and he told me a story about how when this dude, somebody stole his bike. He younger than me. So we was teenagers. He was mad young. Somebody stole his bike and sold it to Chino. He came on Parkside, like, yo, when I get my bike back, Chino kicked him in his ass. Like, get off the block, said, this ain't your bike, get the fuck out of here. Chino went in the building. I took the bike and ran around the corner on Rogers and gave it back to him. Like, yo, little nigga, take your bike. Go in the building for this nigga come back and see you. So when he telling me that, and then he tell me he don't got no legs, and I'm like, hold on, you Crip son? He like, yeah. I'm like, what would possess you with no legs to get involved with this gang shit? He said, y'all. I watched y'all. I grew up around the corner on Rogers, and I watched y'all growing up, and I wanted to be like y'all. And because in his mind, what we was doing was success.
Wow.
Dudes just seeing us, stupid shit. Being able to go to Biltmore and not wait online and not wait to get in. That's success to some dudes. That shit don't translate to nothing. Nowhere in life.
You know what? I'm laughing now, but I agree with you, especially in those times, man, to be able to step like that, especially in that club name right there. Dig what I'm saying? Like, because it was a household name for the Bush. Dig what I'm saying? And in those times, man, like if you see a group of individuals stepping like that or whatever, it's like, all right, man, like Them dudes is the who's or whatever.
And
The
I
case
get it.
is. So,
It's 10 degrees outside, it's freezing. Niggas is on mad crowd in front of the club online waiting to get in. And here we come. Jump out of cab, pardon me, excuse me, get to the door, get a bounce up down, and just walk in. Fake ass hood celebrities.
and you know what? That's so crazy, man. In the communities that we grew up in, that's definitely a lot of success for a lot of people. Situations like that. Even with more so like nowadays, within the last, I say, yeah, maybe 10 to 20 years or whatever, success story, like, you know, these dudes went off and did bids, like, unconsciously, you know what, like, I'm gonna go meet these dudes up there, like, start getting themselves in the world of trouble, and before you know it, like, and not only are you might see them up there, like, you're gonna be in there longer than them, like, you know, the evolution of things, man, and the impact and the penalties behind it once things evolve is that much more detrimental. But sometimes I feel us as a people, like, we don't look at it like that because we're not taking the time to step off that roller coaster of a lifestyle that we live in, to sit back and look like, yo, oh wow, is when we actually sit still, like, you know, in an Attica, dig what I'm saying, in a B block here or a D block there, or in a cat or a nap somewhere, is when you really start to collect thoughts and you start playing things back, man. And it's like, damn, do we really have to get to a point of sitting still behind enemies' lines in order for us to find the true self?
I used to say that all the time. So I tell people, most people, not all, most people come to that realization one day that this shit that I was chasing ain't really it.
Facts.
If you lucky, you not in nobody's cage when you have that realization.
Facts.
Unfortunately for me, I was laying in the bed, staring at the bar, staring at the ceiling, like, yo, what is I'm doing? This ain't it.
For real, bro.
This ain't it.
It's not.
I tell people, that's I remember like yesterday being in reception in Elmira in January of 1998, and them sending me that time computation sheet, and that shit said 2012. And I was like, wait a minute. 2012?
Yeah, man.
Like, nah, this can't be life, man. It's not for real, man. 2012 is gonna be, in my mind, like I said before, we're gonna be like the Jetsons by 2012. That's how I'm looking at it in 98.
Facts.
Chasing fake success, false narratives of success. But some people, even though both of us, and it's dudes, I'm guaranteeing it's dudes from your part of the hood that was younger than you, that was looking at you then. They know you went away for all that time. They looking at you now. They still believe that what you was doing then was all right, because look where you are now. All of that is wrapped up in the success. They're gonna take out the double digits. They're gonna X that out. The double digits. They're gonna look at you in the street then and in the street now. And even up north, you managed to go up north. You was up north, double digits. You come home, no scars on your face. They like, he did that. And dudes be like, yo, I want to do that. I want to be that dude. I want to be able to be like, yo, I was up there, I did this, I know this dude, I know that dude. And that ain't it. That ain't it.
It's not. You and you know what? And to piggyback off of what it is that you're saying, like, you know, I got quite a few young boys from my block. Well, they're not even young no more, man. I gotta stop saying that, man. The younger ones from when I was out there, you know, they were younger kids or whatever. You know, of course they grown men right now, and they doing, you know, heavy time, way more than what I did. Some of them already got my time in that I did with the max past that. Some of them got, you know, big numbers, and it's sad to see, knowing that, you know, that I displayed a lifestyle towards a younger generation and try to preach to them, go to school, regardless of how much bread that I gave them, regardless of how many Jordans I may have bought them or whatever the case may be, me telling them to go to school, but by them watching what it is that I'm doing, they see that I'm not in school, and it's like, nah, we want to get like that. Like, forget this money you giving us to go to school. Like, nah, this looks like this is much more fun than school. Popping Moet every day, chicks is all around, fiends is moving around. Like, it just looks like the life, and it's like, damn, like the cycle is like, to know that you contributed to a cycle and to actually see it happening and to see younger individuals get more time than what it is that you got. It's like, yo, wow, bro.
That's how I felt when I ran into Woody. I was like, damn, son, like, really, me? Like, you here because you was watching us? And we're not even thinking about that. And when we in the mix, we chasing the dollar, we doing whatever. We're not thinking about who watching, who
no doubt.
But when I look back on it, I understand because I did the same thing. Remember, I told the story when we was on here before the cross, when I was living on TC, and all them dudes off the block came back from out of town driving Acura Legends in different colors. And I was like, I got to get like that. That shit was glamorous to me. I don't know all the trials and tribulations they went through. I didn't realize that not everybody came back. 15 dudes left and only 12 came back or whatever.
No, they didn't even do all that math right there.
I'm not even paying. All I see is everybody got these cars, and I'm like, yeah, son, they doing it. They successful. I got to do what they do. And it looks glamorous when you on the outside looking at it.
And it comes with so much too, bro.
So much that you don't see. So much. And that the average person don't tell you. Dudes never tell you the whole story.
Yeah, they're not gonna tell you that part.
Dudes always give you the highlights. Even when I tell you, if you in the street, if you never been in jail and you know somebody up north and he calling you every once in a while, take what he's saying with a grain of salt. Niggas give you the highlights, man. They in the yard, they tell you, yeah, we doing they ain't tell you when the police cut the heat off and it was freezing in their cell, they ain't had no blanket, and when the police handcuffed them and kicked them down the stairs, they ain't telling you all that.
Oh, for real. And they damn sure ain't telling you this is what I used to do when I first got up north. When I ain't have nothing bro, I used to be so hungry, bro. I would go look in my locker knowing that there's nothing in there and still would look and be like, damn, look at how I'm living. Like, how I go from, I get on the gate, I look at all the other cells, I'm like, nah, I don't believe I'm in this.
Yeah,
like,
they ain't telling you that.
Yeah, they ain't gonna say
they
that.
was in the box and they was starving, and they man from 17 cells down had to mash some bread together and slide it up under the door and get it all the way down just so you wouldn't starve in your cell. They ain't telling you that.
For real, bro.
That shit is crazy. Man.
It is. And you want to know what else they don't tell you? Like, everybody don't come home the same. You know, like, it's so much of a psychological roller coaster when it comes to, you know, being incarcerated, man. Like, I can see how it can drive people insane to the point where, you know, you got straight dudes start looking at men and being attractive to them.
All types of shit.
It gets crazy, bro.
You spend years in an unnatural environment and
start doing unnatural things.
Yes, some dudes start to do unnatural things. A lot of the shit we was doing was unnatural. It ain't just sexual stuff. It's savagery. It's savagery we was engaged
in. No doubt.
And we didn't see nothing wrong with it.
Facts.
We chalking it up like that shit ain't about nothing. I said, look, neither one of us ain't got no scars on our face. How many dudes you know that got cut? And it was just like regular shit.
Normal. Definitely the norm. I mean, it's not normal, but in that environment, it's like, all right, well, you must have got into something. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then but the psychological effect, the domino effect of it, that person getting cut, and then before you know it, he's a monster. Now he cutting everything. He ain't never getting cut again. Now he got a
Even
disease of
that,
cutting.
it's
Now,
dudes,
like,
it's dudes watching that are mesmerized by it. It's dudes. I'm not gonna tell the story. It's a particular story that used to float around about me. That's not true.
yeah,
It's crazy.
yeah.
I went to a jail and dudes was waiting on me to get there, and some shit happened, and I ended up leaving. I ended up going to IPC. But the story that went out was that I was a super thug.
The remix.
And I didn't argue it. When the story got back to me, I'm like, word, that's what you heard?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But people was enamored. They was amazed by what running the dudes. Like, yo, son, I heard when you went down. And I'm like, a couple of dudes I had to sit down, like, yo, let me tell you what really happened. That's not what really happened. And but dudes, it's amazing to them.
Yeah.
Even jails, I went to certain spots and as they see and do act like something happened and nothing happened. They're like, damn, I want to be like that. No, you don't. No, you don't.
For real, man. That's so true, man. Because a lot of individuals that I came across that had like household names or big names in Brooklyn, and you come across these dudes, man, like, and they could be my mans too, man. Like, dudes, certain dudes ain't rap too tight, bro.
Nah,
and it's the trauma
about some household names.
It's the trauma that comes along with it. The constant stabbings, the cuttings, getting cut, getting beat up by police, getting shackled, getting kicked down over here, getting your head kicked in, and like it's a lot that comes with.
There's a lot on your
mental gangsterisms.
Yes.
Those are the
parts of the stories that dudes is not gonna share.
Facts.
Because it's not glamorous.
Facts.
It's not glamorous. Those are the parts of the stories dudes not gonna share. Those are the parts dudes is not gonna tell you. I used to tell dudes all the time. I used to run into little crip dudes in the box. Whatever I tell dudes, they be like, yo, I heard you did XYZ. Yeah, but you know why I did that? Because I was scared to death. So I said, yo, I gotta do this. Get the fuck up out of here.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this ain't gangster shit. I was scared for my life.
Yeah.
Those are the parts that dudes don't share with you, man.
Yeah, for real. For real.
Even in the street, even I see dudes, I remember when y'all used to be in the club and all that. Yeah, it was all that, but it was a lot of nights that wasn't glamorous. It was a lot of nights that wasn't glamorous. There's a lot of nights, there was 2-3 of us on the block sharing some chicken wings and fried rice.
Facts. Facts.
It wasn't. We didn't always have money. It wasn't fabulous all the time.
No doubt, man.
I just don't see that.
No doubt. Do you think? Let me ask you this: for the youth that's actually living this earth, that's walking this earth right now, or to the viewers, if you got little ones out there, do you think if they was to hear the full 360 of the lifestyle, do you think the majority of them will still jump heads in? Like if they was to hear the stories that we just finished saying, the untold part of the bidding or being in the streets or being able to get into the Biltmores or whatever, do you think if they heard both sides of the story, for them to make a choice, do you think that it will be the way that it is still?
I think they will have to hear it over and over again, repeatedly from multiple dudes in order for it to sink in. Because even though we on here talking about what we're talking about, a lot of dudes, they look at us like, yeah, but you look at you, you good. Look at you good. So what is it? It couldn't have been that bad. That's how they look at it.
Woo!
It couldn't have been that bad.
Shit. I get it.
And it was bad. It was really bad.
It was bad.
In the street, out here, it's like, but like I said, man, I get it. It looks glamorous. Even I done seen dudes go out in the yard and do shit. I'd be like, that was some tough shit some did. I thought I was tough, but I'm not that. That nigga's a different level of tough. And I get it. So dudes be like, yo, I wanna, but nah, man. ain't it, man. It ain't it. And the fact that I'm 50 years old, man, I did 14 joints. And before I did the 14 joints, I had left the bush. I was out of town for years. So I was in and out, doing myself. Oh shit, my life. The fact that I run into dudes, and they be like, yo, I remember when you did, and I'll be like, yo, what are you? Are you kidding me? What year was that? You gotta be kidding me. Like, you still remember that?
Oh, yeah.
I don't be remembering some of the shit they be telling me.
Yeah.
But it was so glamorous to them that they never forgot it.
That's real, man. That's real. That is real, man. That is real. What is success to you? What was it? What was it that Cross said? Just want to reiterate that one more time, man. If you do not make success
what success looks like for you,
yeah,
society will happily define it for you, and you might not like their version.
There you go. We definitely dripping in gems over here, man. I definitely
because let's be for real. When I was running around in the bush, I thought you couldn't tell me we wasn't successful. I was doing what I wanted to do. I was good. Running around in the club, getting into bullshit, boom, boom, fake hood celebrity. That shit crazy.
Yeah, it really is, bro.
And the public, the bystanders, the spectators will put a battery in your back. It'll make you feel like, yeah, son, do that. Without even saying it. Like, I remember another semi-famous story in my hood. I got into some shit at the block party on 95th Street, and the police got hold of me. And through miraculous ways, I managed to get away from the police. Yeah. Bottles, all that, whatever. I went to Starlight that night. When I walked through the door in Starlight, you'd have thought, I don't know, the biggest superstar in the world. When I walked through the door, the lights came on, and everybody started clapping and cheering because they was all outside earlier that morning and watched that shit go down.
Damn.
I remember standing there, this is crazy. Like, everybody was like, applauding and shit. I was feeling myself.
Woo, the life we live, man. The life we live. Shout to everybody in the chat, man.
Yeah, shout out to everybody in the chat. He said, what up? He said, what up, Fife? What up, and Cuba G.
Salutes, bro.
Definitely salute, man. He said too, it's a lot of shit. Dudes don't tell you. Dudes never tell you the whole story, man.
No doubt.
You're gonna get the whole story on here. You come on, Forgive My Brooklyn and Battle Boy Media. We're gonna give you the whole story, man.
No doubt. That's a fact.
Might not like some of the shit that you hear, we're gonna give you the whole story.
No doubt, no doubt. And again, on Forgive My Brooklyn and Battle Boy Media, man. You know, we sharing life experiences that we actually been through, and actually was able to identify certain points and find solutions for ourselves, so we don't keep ourselves in that hamster trap, doing it over and over again. And that's what we want for the viewers, for those that, you know, we know that, you know, come home, go back, dig what I'm saying, and, you know, for the youth, for the younger ones, like, we definitely don't want you to go through, you know, that side of life that we had to go through or whatever, man. So you definitely getting the opportunity that we didn't get when we was younger, as to hearing what most won't tell you about a lifestyle that we actually live versus what you know come with it that we tend to glamorize or whatever, man. So getting a full circle of things, hopefully, you know, people wisely, you know.
Dudes, a lot of dudes come home, and that's another issue. Like we talked about it before, dudes come home and going back because that recognition is addictive. Being able to everybody, and it was addictive in the streets before I went to jail. And I remember being up north out of the 14. I think about 5 years in, I remember saying to myself, I wish I could go to a jail and nobody know. I had never felt like that before. I was like, I just want to go somewhere and nobody know me. Nobody be like, yo, I know son from the bush. Nah. That shit. So a lot of dudes, they make names for themselves and they come home and nobody know them in the street and they need that.
That's crazy.
That was their definition of success.
That's crazy.
And so they involved themselves. Yeah, they involve themselves in shit to try to get that out here, and it ain't as easy to get that out here as it is. Not that it's easy up there either, but it's a contained environment, so it's a little easier.
That is crazy. I never looked at it like that, man. I swear I never looked at it like that. It just sounds like a real twisted way of thinking, man. But
look at, I'm not gonna say nobody's name. I hurt nobody's feelings. Look at dude that I grew up with.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Sad situation. Sad. Very sad.
He need that recognition, because without that, he don't feel successful. And that's just my opinion from the outside looking in.
No doubt.
And I get it. I get it. When I was young, running around in the bush, I get it.
Yeah, but you just said a key thing. When you was young, bro, not young. Like, so it can't be that addictive. Well, you know what? On a scale that son was on, probably so, man. But
well, and maybe the bad side didn't get bad enough for him. It's also levels to the downside.
That's true.
That wasn't enough for him to be like, you know what, this ain't it. That time that I did, and the things that I experienced, multiple things that I experienced, and not just in jail, losing my grandmother, losing my father while I'm in jail, all of that combined.
Yeah,
I was like, I can't do this. This ain't it.
Yeah.
I'm not built for this. I thought I'm not built for this. Don't let nobody fool you and tell you that I'm not built for this. I guess it's the people that's built for that. They do 30 years, come home, go back, whatever. I'm not built for that.
Yeah, me neither. Me neither.
But I guess it didn't get that bad for some people. Well, they didn't recognize it was that bad.
That's
so they
crazy.
still chasing it. You see it, you bump into dudes. I know you don't bump into dudes. Not just you like that.
Of course. And it's so crazy on how the addictive ways can like just come out. Like they'll see you and be like, oh, you're fizzy, like, you know, and they start from when we were probably up north or when we was doing things before, whatever. And you know, they get right back in the groove to try to see if you're still on that lane of money. You just be looking like, bro.
I tell you, I just talked to my son last night. He like, yo, this nigga talking to me about some shit from 25 years ago. I'm not coming home to address nothing that happened 25 years ago.
No doubt. We gotta give ourselves room to actually live and breathe. And just as much as we gave that side of life that much energy or whatever the case may be, listen, we only got one life to live. We better put that much energy into the other side of life and see.
I'm so happy you said that. I should say it don't even require. I don't honestly believe it don't even require that much energy. If we put half the energy into doing the shit the right way, as we did into doing it the wrong way,
we'll definitely be successul.
Definitely, all levels,
without a doubt. Because look at the rewards we got from, you know, being how we was then. We got the reward. We got the bids. We got the penitentiaries. We got the walls. So there's rewards. There's rewards on both ends of the spectrum, bro. Trust me. You want to put in super major pay, you might get the super bonus. 35 to life, 40 to life, 60 to life. Like, you know, you want to put that same type of energy into.
You know, when you a kid, you just don't realize certain shit. Like we was talking about like cars. We talk about cars. I was talking to my man earlier, and he was like, "Yo, son, you ain't bought another car yet." You know, like I told him my car a couple of months ago, and I was like, "Nah, I ain't get one yet because honestly, I don't really need it. My wife got a car, and I take public transportation to work. I commute to work. I take public transportation. I'm gonna get one eventually, probably around the middle of the year. I'll probably get one. But when we was kids, we chasing cars. We didn't even realize how easy it really is to get in the car. Like I said, I want a Range. I could go to the Range Rover tomorrow and drive off the lot with a Range if I really just had to have one.
Yeah.
But as a kid, we didn't realize that. We chasing, we out trying to buy cars, old cars one time. Ain't nobody doing that. That's rapper shit. The rappers ain't
Facts. Facts.
We killing shit. That's easily attainable.
No doubt.
No money down. I've been home. What I came in 2011, like 14 years. I can't think how many cars I had since then. I ain't never went in no lot with no money. Put no money down. All they got was a signature. There you go. And I drive off the lot with the car. But we was risking our lives for cars, literally. I remember the first nice car that I bought. I was out of town, and the dude that I was copping from was driving it, and they had came out Infinity. I just made the Infinity truck, and he wanted one of them shit. This is how we on very different levels. He way above me because I'm coming from him. He wanted the Infinity truck, and I wanted his BMW. And I forgot you had to lease the Infinity truck, someone the first time, whatever. So he told me how much he wanted for the BMW, the Chevy, rims on it, all that. And I was outside. I went back on the block. I had dudes on the block for me. I chased them dudes. I need everything. I was outside on the block night after night trying to put this money to get in that car. Put my money to get that car. And I got it. And he took my money and he went to the Infinity truck. And where the fuck is them cars at? I fucked that BMW up like 90 days.
Damn. That's usually how it be, though, man. That's usually how it be.
This shit ain't worth it.
It's not.
Especially on it, none of it was worth it.
Yeah, especially when you getting it fast, man. Like you don't care for it because you didn't really have to work. To us then it was like it was so easy to get like 1, 2, 3, but we doing it wrong and we doing it strong. So whatever it is that we got, like it never stayed with us for too long or whatever because of the way how we went about getting it. You know what I'm saying? And that's just God right there, just letting it be known, like you gonna be a living in the moment as individual if you feel like this is how life is carved out to be, and this is how you plan on getting the things that you plan on getting. Like I'm gonna allow you to have it for this moment, and then boom.
We thought that was it. My son, my oldest is 30 years old. He was born in 95. Before he was 1, I was out of town.
Damn.
And I thought I was being successful, coming back from out of town with clothes and sneakers and all that, going to my baby mom's crib. I thought that was success.
Yeah.
They first started making Timbs in little kid sizes, and they came out with the blue ones and the green ones. I was in the mall out of town. I seen them shit. I bought every color fit. Let me get the blue, the green. I came back to Brooklyn. I was like, yeah, I'm doing it. I'm doing a goddamn thing.
Woo!
I was feeling myself.
That's real.
And then I went away for 14 years. I went away when he was 2 and then come home till he was 16. So how successful was that? This is crazy, man.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I'm gonna have to cut this short.
Yeah, I gotta go. I'm about to head to the city. I'm take my daughter to her grandmother's house.
Oh, okay. Shout out to everybody that pulled up, man. Shout out to the Battle Boy Media, man. Y'all know how we do.
Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend.
No
Battle
doubt.
Boy Media, forgive my Brooklyn across all platforms, but make sure you like this one.
No doubt.
And we here, man. And again, if there's any topics y'all want to discuss, and I tell people, I don't do it. Did I do it this time? I think I did. I usually put the link in the chat. If you want to join the discussion, hit the link. Don't try to be disrespectful because I'm gonna cut you off.
No doubt.
That. But if you want to join the discussion, feel free, man. We want to hear from everybody.
No doubt. Salutes, man. Everybody enjoy their weekend, man. Get ready for this
weekend. Snow a lot this weekend. Stay warm, man. Stay in the house. Stay safe, man.
Facts. You're ready.